Speaking of tricks, got a deck of cards here, okay? We've not set anything up, have we,
Nope,
Richard?
no, not at all.
Nothing set up, okay? Literally, on the count of three, I'm going to click my fingers, name any playing card. Now, whatever you do, don't name the ace of spades, because a lot of people think that this is a visual suggestion of spade, big ace of spades. So don't name that. And don't name something like the Queen of Hearts, because that's a nice, loving card. So you might want to do that to look nice. Name a random card on the count of three. One, two, three.
Um, I'm not very good with cards. Let me do it again.
Excellent. So, in
No.
which case, let's make one up. Do you want a number card or a picture? Whatever you say is what we use, number or picture.
Picture.
A picture card. So you've got either jacks, queens, or kings. Whichever one you name is the one we'll use. Okay, I'm making that clear. The one you name we use. Do you want jacks, queens, or kings?
Kings.
Kings. So that gives us the king of clubs, diamonds, hearts, or spades.
King of
Which one do you want?
spades.
The
King
king
of
of
spades.
spades. Okay, the king of spades is what you have decided upon, yeah?
Yep.
And here's the interesting thing. I'm going to take these cards out of the box now. We didn't set anything up, but interestingly, beforehand, what I did was I put one card, just one, as you can see,
Yep.
the other way around. And yet, I managed to influence you to say the king of spades.
So how did that work? How did you whittle me down to saying those things?
The truth is, I just blatantly lied to you. I didn't whittle it down. This is a trick
Yep.
whereby whatever you said, I could use sleight of hand to show you that only one card was the wrong way round in the deck, and that it was the card in this case that you said the king of spades. But if you'd have ended up saying the queen of hearts, believe me, you would have just seen the queen of hearts would have been the only card the wrong way round in the deck. It's I'm just looking through here. So just as a matter of interest, name another card now. Anyone, any card in the deck of cards.
Ace of spades.
Ace of spades, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. So now when I had them out of sight, I turned a different card
Yep.
around. But as you can see, there's only one card face
Mm-hmm.
up. Oh, round the other way. And lo and behold, it's now the ace of spades. This is a special deck of cards that magicians have with some sleight of hand. I'm not going to reveal it.
Yep.
But the point is, using that trickery, I can give the impression I've controlled your choices. And once you come to believe that I am capable of controlling your choices, arguably your critical faculty, analytical area of the mind, executive function, as they call it in conventional psychology, shuts down. It's like the nightclub doorman pissing off for a break. It goes, I'm not needed around here because this person can do this. There's no doubt. Whereas in fact, I've used trickery to create a new reality, a new belief in your mind.
That's so fascinating. So let's just take what you've just said there, and apply that to religious ideology. I know it sounds a big jump, but I'll be there in a minute.
It isn't. You
If
couldn't
you've
have
got this
it.
end
Yeah.
times revelations ideology, how does that work in function of what you've just done with me?
I mean, we're not going to use a simple card trick to take you down a religious path, but
In terms of giving you what you want, like what you asked for.
but what I could have done, perhaps, say, if I was minded to, and cults, some cults do things like this, is I could have found out that you, let's say, through whether I used all open source intelligence, um, to find out stuff about you, so-called hot reading. I could find out information about you, and then apparently, as a prophet, um, reveal this to you in a manner where it seems like I'm making a connection to spirit, and spirit are telling me that X, Y, Z, and I reveal the stuff that I've researched. But in that moment, because of the accuracy, you believe or come to believe that, wow, this person is a true prophet. And the skepticism moves away, and then the critical faculty bypass happens. The executive function, analytical area, call it what you will, goes to sleep. And arguably, you've then got direct communication or power to the unconscious, subconscious mind. Arguably, they're in a hypnotic theta state of mind where they're immediately more suggestible. And if then you start to suggest to them that, you know what, they can feel better in life by coming along to the next spiritual meeting this weekend. It starts off small, and then at that, there might be little miracles done where, in some of these cults, they've been known to make money appear from nowhere, apparently, which seems a bit daft, but people, by the time they're seeing this, they're not being skeptical because they've been brought down this garden path. And also, if they're given that to take away, or it might not be money in the conventional sense, it could be that, they produced jewelry from nowhere, like Sai Baba, who you can look up on YouTube. Might be given that, and those poor people think suddenly I'm rich because they can go and sell it. Well, then they're going to believe in that profit even more, aren't they? So they then become someone who, within their own little community, is able to more easily influence other people into believing the bullshit that was coming from here, but now it's coming from someone that the people in the community trust more already. So it becomes infectious, and this happens through people repeating things that they come to believe through their chosen media. But yes, you'll get the people who go, no, you read that in the Daily Mail, we don't believe it. But that's also designed that way so that there are conflicting views to cause that divide and conquer again. I know I'm repeating myself, but that's because this is so key and integral to religion, to education, to absolutely everything, as we covered in our documentary.
So let's get back to I mean, that is fascinating, that whole thing. So let's get back to this situation here as we end it. So what you've just explained to me, this kind of whole kind of storytelling narrative that works, and once you break down your critical faculties, they're in there now. So with this situation, you've got this Oz Pearlman there. We know his background. We know he's possibly Mossadi in terms of being Israeli. All of that comes into the story, and I'm bringing that to the fore as well.
Mm-hmm.
So in this situation, what is their critical faculties broke down, something's happened over here, shock, look, what could be the possible outcome here for say, well, I suppose it's just got so many different outcomes for different people in that different situation, isn't it? Because it depends who you are.
Exactly. It depends who you are, how people would benefit. I mean, at face value, there's the element that Trump didn't need any conscious knowledge of this. So to him, he could come to believe it was a genuine assassination attempt, and that will put him on edge and potentially cause psychological imbalance and stress and worry and anxiety and such like. And the same with Melania and people around, because they don't need to be in on anything. Oz Pearlman doesn't need to be in on anything for the reasons I explained before. But by being there, anyone who'd been in a room where a gun was fired would be a bit unnerved, unsettled. If then gently you were told by your controllers or bosses, don't worry, we'll make sure you're protected moving forward. Thank you. But the automatic thing of reciprocation comes in, owing a favour and such like. The fact that it distracts from Epstein and various other things. People are talking about this at the moment. Yeah, they'll go back to it, but that gives them a bit more. It's about just keep moving the narrative, causing
Keeping
confusion
people
and
off kilter,
disorientation.
keeping
Unbalanced.
unbalanced.
It is about unbalancing the nation. Because when people are unbalanced or fighting with each other, then they can do what the hell they like, really.